With. As soon as I walked in, I thought, why do I want to show you a photo of me with some random person? So I cut it.
So you just lied to me again, to my face?
I didn't want you to see a random girl next to me because I didn't want you to think to you about cutting it because I didn't want you to ask me, oh, why did you cut it? Or who was it that you had to cut? Oh.
It makes me think to myself, like, what is real and what is not? Like, how do you expect me to find out who you are and understand you as a person if you're not truthful with me? Outside, I didn't really appreciate it.
I mean, man. Alex, sorry, my bad. What's his name? Luke. Luke doesn't do himself any favors, you know. He really does not do himself any favors. Every time he has to do something that's just... When will you stop lying? Lying's never good, whether it's a white lie or whatever. This guy really knows how to dig a hole. But anyway, it is what it is. Let's get into the next bit of what happened with these two.
And understand you as a person if you're not truthful with me. Outside, I didn't really appreciate the inappropriate comment. Obviously, Paul advised you to work on that, implying that we need lots of exercise together in the bedroom.
I'm not struggling to see Amy's issue. I know my issue is what is now inappropriate or not.
I mean, listen, let's keep it a buck here. End of the day, you know, Luke needs to... Not even Luke. You know what is? I didn't like the fact that Amy said, oh yeah, and remember what Paul said? The fact that she said that was... Yeah, that was a cheek. That wasn't, The way she said that, though, she's like, yeah, remember what he said, right? You should be doing it, otherwise I'm going to snitch on you. Luke's been a bad boy. I don't know, there's just something about that comment that just didn't sit right with me, to be honest. If she didn't have to bring Paul into it, she could have just literally said, listen, you know I keep telling you that your comments are making me feel uncomfortable, okay? And if this doesn't stop, then, you know, I may have to just bounce or whatever, but... To say, oh, remember what so-and-so said? Yeah, that's lame as hell. That's just my opinion on that one anyway. But, let's continue.
Absolutely fuming right now. Like Luke's saying I basically look hideous in this photo.
You look a bit like bloated.
Literally nothing's changed. I've just had my teeth done.
She's really taking this well at all, and she's almost irritated by the comment. So I think she might have preferred me to say that she looked better before, but I thought that wouldn't make sense because I'm belonging, and we don't want that. And truly,
you see what you did there? You see what you did there? And we don't want that. Amy doesn't like when I lie. But then at the same time, Luke, did you have to comment? Did you have to comment on a picture of her back whenever the hell it was? You could have just said, oh, okay, I see these pictures of you. Okay, I see obviously how you used to look and obviously how you're looking now or whatever, you know? Anything that just doesn't involve you saying anything negative. Like, honestly, this guy's a clown. An absolute freaking clown.
The relationship is going to have, it's where you focus, it's where you look, isn't it?
Yeah, at the negatives.
Yeah, it's wherever you look. Like, but really and truly, every relationship is going to have, it's where you focus, it's where you look, isn't it?
Yeah, at the negatives.
Yeah, it's wherever you look. Like,
you know what though? Luke has used that line a few times this season. I've noticed about every relationship is going to have its negatives. He actually uses it twice in this episode. When we will get to that as well. And he needs to stop saying that because when he says, oh, every relationship has a negative, in my opinion, that's just him saying that, oh, this is my excuse for being a liar, or this is my excuse for saying things that that maybe I shouldn't say. It's basically saying that I have no intentions of actually improving this area of my life because it's just a part of who I am, and I can only say sorry for it. But I'll never change it because the matter of the fact is he's been asked so many times to be more conscious about the things that he says when it comes to you know, his sex talk, all that kind of stuff, right? And he hasn't done that. He's never tried it. He's never tried it. You know, he keeps moaning about how she moans about it. Some people just know how to, you know, seal their own fate. Let's just say that.
Yeah, at the negatives.
yeah, it's wherever you look. Like, it is a lovely room. It's a beautiful room, but if I look in that corner, all I'm going to see is mould and dew.
What a fucking arsehole.
I'm not my arsehole. I'm just saying this.
Why would you point out the mould in the corner of my room? Oh. I am annoyed at Luke right now. I just think it's really disrespectful to be commenting on, like, the paint, the smudge paint on my walls. Like, it's not even mould.
Again, it doesn't make sense. You know, you you see her pictures in the hallway and then you criticize how she used to look or mention that she used to look worse, you know what I mean? And then you're in the bedroom and all of a sudden you're now talking about how there's mold in the wall. Like, that is some random shit right there. What is wrong with this guy? I'm not even a fan of Amy, but Luke is a clown. I mean, ladies, let me know. Let me know. How would you feel if you was around someone like Luke, okay? where every single comment that comes out of his mouth is nothing but just sexual every single time. Which, listen, some people are for that, but I guess sometimes some sexual comments can be quite cringe. So, yeah, it really depends on obviously who you are as a person, right? But do you feel like Amy's overreacting when it comes to Luke and his comments, you know, sexually? And also, do you think that she's overreacting with the fact that he commented about the picture? And also the fact that he's also now pointing out that she's got mold in her room. Do you think that she's overreacting with the fact that she's expressing that she's not happy with his attitude? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts, because for me personally, it's not making sense why he's even saying it. Like, raw, some comments are just not needed. Let me know.
In adult entertainment, is that something you see yourself doing moving forward?
And what you've come up
How does
with,
that make you feel?
Luke told me at the start that he just did like nightclub jobs in jeans with his top off. Was like, ugh.
Why do you feel like you needed to lie?
I don't know.
I feel like that's not a good foundation for a relationship.
Not
right?
at all, no, not at all. But it's not about how you start, I think. It's about how we develop, because we all have flaws, isn't it?
What did I tell you? See, he says it, they said it again. It's because we all have flaws. And things, he said that same line on day one, the day that they got married, on wedding day. He also said that too, you know? He's been using that line the whole season. Nah. Someone like that you cannot trust. You can never have any faith they're actually going to do better. It's never going to happen. They live by that law. It's a law to them. But we continue.
As long as you learn from your mistakes.
100%, and that's what we're doing. I mean, since the...
Slowly.
Yeah.
I mean, at first I was like, yeah, that comment maybe wasn't needed, which is slowly, but to be fair, it was needed because, do you know what? In fact, the comment was actually incorrect. It's not even the fact that he's learning from mistakes slowly. It's the fact that he's not learning from them, period. You know? So to be fair, Amy was generous with that slowly. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, what the... This guy's like, yeah, exactly, we're gonna learn from it. Bro, what? You haven't learned anything. You have not learned a single thing, and I get it. Amy has been nagging the whole season. She's been complaining about this, complaining about that, and I still do believe that she's genuinely not attracted to him, right? But the matter of the fact is, though, there's never been once he's actually, you know, he's actually, what do you call it? Actually improved any of the things that she's actually asked him. And that's the mad thing, because if you look at Luke and you compare him to Adam who's also, who's with Polly, the woman he doesn't even want to be with, anything that she's asked of him, he has actually done it, despite the fact that he's not even attracted to her. That's crazy, right? That says a lot about him, right? Meanwhile, Luke, you ain't done anything that you said he was going to do. Boy. At first, I guess, I kind of feel like I've been too hard at Amy as of late. Now I feel like, you know, I see it more, you know? But anyway, we continue.
I'm mad right now. Like, she wants me to start this meeting off with me saying that I'm about to buff, and as if that's all I do, just egging everything on. I've just come here and I felt like the first introduction was a negative light. They wanted me to say that, and it was like, that's
Say
the thing
what?
we're
I wanted you to
focusing-
say what?
About being a butler and the buff. That's our
That's
conversation.
Oh, right.
That is our conversation.
Okay, right.
To be fair, he reckons that she was egging on the whole situation about him obviously doing this this little hobby, this little job of his where he obviously, you know, entertains women, right? But here's the thing though. Her friends have asked you, what do? You have decided to not say something. Obviously, Amy is somebody that takes a lot of pride in not lying to her friend. She doesn't like liars, right? No, she's gonna lie to her friends. So therefore, because it shouldn't necessarily be a secret, because at the end of the day, if you two are gonna be together, her friends are gonna find out eventually what you do anyway. And also, it doesn't really look good on Amy if she's now trying to hide a job that you do too. Because it's like as if, you know, like it's as if she's ashamed of it. She's ashamed of the fact that you do it. Do you see what I'm saying? So should he be upset with the fact that Amy was like, yeah, tell him everything, man? To be fair, I was saying in the situation, I don't think she was wrong necessarily, because if you're doing a little side hustle, right, and you are conscious about talking about it, then why the hell are you doing it? People usually do side hustles because, well, they're proud of it. You know what I mean? Like, yo, he's overreacting. But listen, the matter of the fact is, right, he's with a woman that thrives on honesty. That's just the grand scheme of it. If you're gonna be with someone that is honest person, then this is what you're gonna expect. But here's the thing: Luke likes to lie, likes to dodge things, and the maddest thing about it is that he lied to Amy originally about it. So therefore, she just doesn't want him to repeat history and lie to her friends about it. And that's why he's in his feelings like a little baby.
Okay.
Your intentions with Amy?
I feel violated. I feel this is definitely an attempt to assassinate my character. Well, as of now, I'm a single man. That's
Not a married
that's
man?
No. I'm a single man. Being a certain way.
Portray you? You portray yourself in your own way.
no,
like
no.
a dick.
something you wanted to go on.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
you wasn't telling her what you do in your spare time.
I don't have 4 things I do on my spare
Yeah, and
time.
I said, what about the other thing?
Yeah, no. The thing's off and it's not coming back on.
Well, fuck off then.
Yeah, so that's what. And what else? It's called being transparent. You're with someone that thrives, that finds attraction from transparency. It's just that simple. I mean, listen, I could argue and say that maybe Amy was completely off Luke from the moment that he first lied. Maybe that's what put her off initially. And since then, she's been trying to maybe be more open-minded, or she just wanted to stay on the show for some more attention, you know, to get those followers up, get those brand deals going, you know what I mean? Could be that too. But at the end of the day, nowadays, when people go on TV, you know, they're definitely, a lot of them are on there for the benefits of followers, influencers, and all that kind of mumbo jumbo. But hey, either way though, for Luke to sit there and take off the wedding ring, that's crazy. That is crazy. Throw it in the tower because you feel like you've been ambushed. And to be honest with you, if we look at some of the friends that we've seen this season from some of the other people, like the sisters and the friends we've seen from some of the other couples, Amy's friends really wasn't even that bad. They were just asking general questions. Luke is the one that made it into something that it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, what do you do? Da 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 da. You know, you missed that once. Amy was like, just tell him, okay? Don't be embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed for you, so you just do it. Okay? Well, if I'm not judging you and I'm still with you, despite the fact that you do this other thing, then tell my friends. There's nothing to hide. Okay? If I had a massive issue with it, well, guess what? We wouldn't be here right now, you know? So tell him. He's been a baby. He's been an absolute baby.
Care about my feelings. He does not give a single fuck. My wedding ring off and thrown it 4 weeks ago. It's in a bit.
Fair enough. You've introduced you.
I don't know why you're so sat here.
Because we're having a chat.
Well, my friends don't want to chat to somebody that's not my husband, so I suggest you leave.
Because all she cares about is that one thing I did once a year.
Yeah, because you lied. You are a liar. A compulsive liar. Just take 5.
I mean, to be fair, if I had taken on my wedding ring, I'm leaving. I don't know why he was still sitting there, to be honest with you. I really don't know why.
Oh dear. Can we not have just had a conversation? Bloody ring off. You could have just said to her in private.
No,
I'm
no.
not happy with how you did that. Right, listen.
The fact that Amy's friend's giving you good advice there, and he's still shaking his head. Yeah, I mean, obviously, when it comes to Luke's maturity levels, yeah, they're very vacant. Mm-hmm.
To do a lot to make it up to me. Like, this is an absolute shit show. I don't feel like he realises how much he's fucked up right now.
Do I give up after one little thing? That's a red flag for me.
Yeah.
There's an agenda from the beginning. I feel like there was an agenda to upset me, to attack me, and, you know, perhaps to disrespect me.
Because, oh, you don't...
I mean, honestly, the only time there was an agenda against you, Luke, was when Sasha was coming at you, to be honest with you. I honestly don't think that there was an agenda in this situation, but I'll let you folks let me know. But nonetheless, though, let's get into the other couples.
Me to attack me and, you know, perhaps to disrespect me.
Because, oh, I don't want to be away from you lot in a city where I've got no one. And Ross loses his temper.
I know where you're coming from, because I want my daughter here. If you want to be your daughter. It's just a bastard of a situation, really.
It's such a hard
for you both.
situation. Ross has left. I definitely want you to stay here.
I've got a little girl, I've got to think about this like anybody else. That's my precious thing in life.
Yeah. This is...
I don't want Sasha to move to Manchester.
We know exactly what's better for her. We know Sasha more than anybody. Come to her
Absolutely.
and talk to.
I really don't want to go.
I know.
But we've got to get back to London, sadly. Be a problem for me. But with how Ross's behaviour can be in arguments sometimes, it's left me questioning whether that's the right decision.
To be honest with you, I'm quite surprised that the family didn't really sit on the fact that Sasha mentioned that Ross has got a bit of a temper. I thought the dad was going to be quick to want to jump the gun and be like, tell me about this temper then. What are you talking about? What did he do? I was actually very, very surprised about how reserved that conversation was, you know, because, boy, we've seen the way Sasha is, so I expected the same from her father and mother. But to be fair, that is a very good point, you know. Do you want to move somewhere knowing that the person you're with has a temper, you know, and you won't have anyone around you to make you feel kind of safe or to go to when obviously things go bad? Don't get me wrong, Manchester and Birmingham are only 2 hours away. To be fair, it's not even that deep. If that, to be fair, it depends on what part of Manchester actually lives in, and what part of Birmingham that she lives in. So it could even be just a space of a one and a half hour drive, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's not like that far, to be fair, you know what I'm saying? Tops, we're looking at 2.5 hours tops, I would say. You know, and that's maybe with traffic. So the move isn't that deep, but I get it. For us Brits, driving an hour is far. Like for us Brits, like driving an hour is like driving 3 hours or 4 hours for Americans, you know. Americans be like, oh, it's only downtown. How long downtown? About 2 hours. Yeah, that's quick. Really, is it? To us, that's like a whole day trip. So it depends, doesn't it? But yeah. Either way, though, the sad and annoying thing about Ross and Sasha's relationship that we already know how it ends, because obviously Ross spoiled it by showing that he already had a new girlfriend when the season was obviously Erin, the freaking donut. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into Kieran and Christina.
I found out she suffers with something called PMDD. And I think that's when I've started backtracking, like removing myself from the intensity of it all.
And it was almost, he was using the cold sores as an excuse to not, to not want to be intimate with me. Be intimate with me, can't even kiss the bloody boy. So that rejection is tough because I am so, I am physical.
I want to help her. All I've done in past relationships is help. I've never had help. I've never had the support that I needed because I'm too busy worrying about them. Put myself first. I have to put myself first.
Well, I mean, listen, the grand scheme of it is that with Kieran and Christina, Kieran was obviously now hasn't been honest, because to be fair, this conversation about the PMDD, he hasn't been honest about. I mean, he hasn't said that ever. Why couldn't he have said to Christina? Like, I know he's mentioned the PMDD a little bit, but now he's really saying that I just don't want to be a babysitter. I've looked after a lot of people, and this is why I guess he was comparing his exes, but he never actually said this reason. I hope when it comes to the ceremony tomorrow, I hope he just says, listen, this is the actual situation here, and just be honest. Be upfront and just say, I don't know if I can be with you because of your, forget, not even I don't know. Just be like, listen, I can't be with you because I don't want the pressures of being with someone with PMDD, because I don't want the responsibility of looking after someone, because that's all I've ever done in my life. And I need to be with someone who I don't look after. Now, of course, you can obviously defend yourself in that situation and say, well, no, I don't need someone to look after me, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, if he really knows he can't live with someone like that, then it doesn't matter what she says. He needs to then stand on business. But this guy is nothing but a baby. He's a wuss. He's a puss. Nonetheless, though, I'll catch you guys for the next episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.